This is Donald Trump in campaign mode, and that's what Democrats want to see. They want to see someone who is up there and is going to be bragging about crowd size and saying that he had a bigger crowd than Martin Luther King Jr. So it's not actually the best day, though, for him to be doing this, because the inflation report was a good one. So we're under 3% for the first time since March 2021. It's 15 months that we've seen wage growth go over the inflation rate, which is what everyone wants to see. There was a report out that our U.S. Crude oil production is now 13.4 million barrels a day. So we're outpacing 35% ahead of Russia, 38% ahead of Saudi Arabia. And what we're seeing in the surveys about this, like in Michigan, for instance, there was a FT and the Ross School of Business did a poll together of voters there, and they actually rated Kamala Harris as more trustworthy on the economy than Donald Trump. It was just 42 to 41, but she was trailing double digits, sometimes over 20 points behind him. So the American public is seeing a change here. They are seeing inflation cool. It's not done. 100% it's not done. But it is moving in the right direction, and that's why you're seeing such a surge for Kamala.
Well, that was Jessica Tarlov, the only sane, rational, logical person on Fox's The Five, explaining why today was a very bad day for Donald Trump to give a campaign speech in which he tried to pretend like he knew what he was talking about when it comes to the economy. Here is just a small clip that shows you that Donald Trump has no idea what he's talking about.
We're talking about a thing called the economy. They wanted to do a speech on the economy. A lot of people are very devastated by what's happened with inflation and all of the other things. So we're doing this as a intellectual speech. You're all intellectuals today. Today we're doing it, and we're doing it right now, and it's very important. They say it's the most important subject. I think crime is right there. I think the border is right there, personally. We have a lot of important subjects because our country has become a third world nation. We literally are a third world nation. We're a banana republic in so many ways, and we're not going to let that happen because we're starting a free fall.
Yikes, Donald. I mean, you can see there why Michigan favors Kamala Harris when it comes to the economy. Now, J.D. Vance was in Michigan today, and he didn't do any better.
The Kamala Harris spending policies. The average new car costs nearly $50,000 a year.
$50,000 a year for a car. Right, Yale graduate. You are an idiot. Republicans love to brag about they're the ones who are going to drill, baby, drill, and that's going to solve all of our problems. It's going to bring inflation down. It's going to bring groceries down. You're going to get rich. Oh, everybody in America, we're just going to be showering in oil. It'll be beautiful. But what Jessica pointed out is that we're producing over 13.4 million barrels a day. That's way past Russia. That's way past Saudi Arabia. So not only is today a bad day for Donald Trump to be talking about the economy, pretending to talk about the economy, but it's also a bad day for J.D. Vance to be asked about what else he'll do aside from drill, baby, drill, to help bring prices down.
Senator Vance, thanks for taking my question. I'm Janice Heisel with the Epoch Times. And my question is, we do hear about costs of energy relating directly to grocery costs being up. What other steps besides drilling can the Trump-Vance administration take to lower those grocery prices for people?
Fire Granholm! That's right. Well, the first is we're going to fire the agriculture secretary, right? She's not doing a very good job. But look, a couple of things. First of all, drill baby drill is a big part of lowering the cost of food, because if you think about the farmers, their tractors run on diesel fuel. To ship the food, they got to get it to go somewhere, and that requires fuel. The fertilizer, a lot of times, comes from natural gas. If we drill, baby, drill, and take advantage of the incredible bounty of this nation, we are going to lower food prices in a very big way for American consumers. That's just a matter of fact. But the other thing that we ought to do is stop printing trillions of dollars that we don't have and sending it to China. We should keep our money right here at home. Build in America, buy in America, manufacture in America, and that gives Americans the wages necessary, but it also means that you're not printing a bunch of money, which makes our dollar more and more worthless. You do those two things, you can make food affordable.
So not only did J.D. Vance confuse Jennifer Granholm as the Secretary of Agriculture, she's not, she's the Secretary of Energy. He talked about how, you know, drilling is pretty much his answer. The question was, what else are you going to do? And it was, I don't know who the cabinet secretaries are, and all I got is drilling and nonsense about printing money and sending it to China. Okay, JD. So that nonsense about printing money and sending it to China, you think Michigan voters are going to be like, yeah, no, never mind. We trust Donald Trump to run the economy. These clowns, these economic clowns, they have no idea what they're talking about. So is it any wonder that Michigan voters favor Kamala? And that is not a good sign for Donald Trump. Donald Trump won Michigan. He eked out a win in Michigan over Hillary Clinton to get those 16 electoral votes. And then he lost Michigan by almost 200,000 votes to Joe Biden. Michigan also went to Barack Obama. So Michigan is an important state. Those 16 votes are critical for a campaign, and Donald Trump is clueless. I don't know how much longer this can last before these major Republican donors are like, all right, you know what? We just need a whole new ticket, because they don't know what they're talking about on the economy. They have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to oil production in the US. And yet they're willing to just lie and say whatever they think will feed their mega base. And it might help them with their base, but when it comes to voters really trying to understand their plans and policies for the future of the country, those middle ground voters are not going to appreciate the nonsense coming from Trump and Vance. Let me know what your thoughts are on Jessica Tarlov, on JD Vance, on Donald Trump, on the economy, on oil production. Share your reflections with me down in the comments. And if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you get my future videos on all things politics delivered straight to you. And if you made it this far, like the video and share it with your friends so that we can grow the discussion and hear from more perspectives. It's always helpful. Thanks for watching. My name is Brendan Plank, and I will see you in the next video.